Hello everybody, my name is Cal, please, and welcome to a very important game to me and to very many other people. Slendytubbies 2D. Not this time, not a garbage mobile port or something stupid like that. This time an actual fully fledged game that I could actually really get behind. What do I mean by this? I mean an actual fully fledged Slendytubbies game for once. And today, I'm actually going to be reviewing Slendytubbies 2D. So let's get right into this review. Alright, so first things first about Slendytubbies 2D. Slendytubbies 2D actually does work with multiplayer compatibility, which I think is pretty interesting, personally. But that is a questionable assumption to make. The multiplayer in this game sometimes doesn't work, but usually does. The servers are kind of broken. It's very similar to Slendytubbies 2's lobby system. So for this, I'm just going to be using gameplay just straight from actual single player. So yeah, Slendytubbies 2D is a very simple game for it being the third PC Slendytubbies game and also the third game in the series, as well as being one of the first attempts at actually making a fully fledged multiplayer Slendytubbies game that is different from the original two. The difference between this game and the classics is that it is, of course, 2D. It also was a big hit on mobile, but it got completely destroyed by copyright, which completely ruined the game. Like, literally, they copyrighted everything. The Teletubbies didn't have stomachs anymore or anything like that, and it had to be renamed to S2D multiplayer. But here we are, and I think it's about time I review this game because this will be the final Slendytubbies game I review, and the last Slendytubbies game I will review. Thank the Lord, it's finally over, and I could go back to just playing games for my leisure. Anyway, let's get right into the first point about this game. First of all, the gameplay in Slendytubbies 2D. Slendytubbies 2D is an actually very simple game. The controls are the same as all the others. WASD keys, of course. You could also use the keypads, that's such a strange option to choose. I don't know why you would do that. But mostly people are using WSD. It's another shift to run game. On mobile, you toggle it, but here you just press it and hold it down, and it works just like that. The main gameplay is very similar to the original Slendytubbies games, where you just run around and collect custard. The difference being it's in a 2D environment, making it a much different experience. It also made it where there's a lot less graphical qualities, and it made it a lot more mobile compatible. This game on PC is still a blast, though. The only problem really being that the multiplayer servers don't work. The main gameplay goes as follows, for there being 3 game modes in this game. Actually, only 2. My bad. I thought there was 3. God's sake. The main 3 the main 2 game modes being similar to Slendytubbies 2's game modes, those being collect and versus. Of course, collect being the gameplay footage I'm using for this video. It's a little bit self-explanatory. It's been in every single Slendytubbies game. Probably will continue to be in every single Slendytubbies game. Collect being where you run around and you pick up custards across the map. Once you pick up every custard on the map, you win. It's that simple. Though in this game, there's a wide variety of Teletubbies to chase you around. This is the first game where they introduced a ton of Teletubbies, including, but not limited to, the Shadow Tubby, Po Phase 3, the new the newborns, and also what was the other one? I think that's about it for the original characters in this. This game was updated actually to add a lot of the Slendytubbies 3 maps that I'm actually playing in the footage right now, mainland from the classic version. But the update really didn't do much, and this is still overall the same game. The Teletubbies all act the same. They have no real different qualities. There's no survival mode, so there is no like different abilities. They all basically act the exact same. They just have different sprites and appearances and ways that they walk around. There is really no difference that is so major that it needs to be pointed out. In Versus, you play as the Teletubby, or at least the host of the multiplayer lobby will play as the Teletubby, and they will have to kill everyone to win the game. Basically the exact same. The thing about it is, I don't know if there is actually a way for people to win Versus in this, because there's infinite respawns. That is kind of weird. It doesn't make much sense, but hey, that's what the game mode's meant to be. My overall review of this game is very complicated to say the least. The environments are very nice looking, even if they're 2D sprites as seeable. The sprites do not look ugly in the slightest. They still hold up quite well. You can tell there was a lot of effort put into this game as a product. The ambience is still mostly the same. The screams are all different. This is actually the first game to add in a lot of different screams to the game, though most of them are ripped straight from Slendytubbies 3 and 2, mainly due to the update. Besides from that, well, that's about it for this game. This is just a small little game I wanted to review in a single little patched video. Just to nicely wrap it on up, just to nicely wrap up the Slendytubbies, series of doing things and really just letting it all out. Seriously, that's just what I wanted to do here, and I wanted to say, I really love this franchise and what it has done for horror. Slendytubbies really did revolutionize the Slender clone aspect. It went so far from being a Slender clone and changed itself and gave itself its own identity by being unique. Very proud to say that I will be playing Slendytubbies Worlds when it does release, and I will most definitely make a review on that. For now, this is Scout Plays. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you all next time.